boy, am I nervous. Tried to film this once or twice now, and it hasn't gone right either. I've just nattered on for ages, and it's got really long, or it just hasn't come out right. But I don't want to put jump cuts in, so I want to get this in one take and get this right. Since I was a little girl, maybe since 12 or 13, I've been very aware that I have had feelings and crushes for girls as well as boys. And growing up throughout my life, I've really struggled to find a term that fits me, because I've never been bothered by having a term like gay or straight, but I knew I wasn't either of those things, and for ages I tried to put myself as one or the other, and it just wasn't working. So eventually I became more aware of the idea of bisexuality, but at first I didn't really think that was a real thing that you could have, and I believed a lot of the views people had that it was either just for straight people who were trying to be fashionable and cool, or gay people who were stepping stoning out of the closet, and I never really realised that that was a real thing. But after a while I sort of accepted that, but it still didn't really fit me, and because I didn't feel like I liked people of both genders, I just felt like it didn't matter what gender a person was. And I also felt the term was very limiting, because it implies that there are only two sexualities, which in terms of both physical sex and gender, and like your identification with gender, your mental gender, is that term? There's definitely not one and the other. There is a scale, and I felt like bisexuality didn't take that in, and I searched for ages looking at like even asexuality or pansexuality, trying to find a term that would fit me, or trying to make myself fit into terms, and it kind of it's plagued my growing up. And a couple of weeks ago I let it build up so much to a point where I panicked, and I grabbed a friend who I will leave unnamed. I grabbed them and pulled them aside, and I tried to tell them what I was feeling, but I panicked, so I told them I was gay, or that I thought I was gay, which sounds mad. I was actually less scared of telling someone I was gay than telling someone I was bisexual, or that I didn't really have a label at all, and actually just talking about that. But last Monday I went into school and someone told me, oh, Tom Daley has come out as gay, and I was like, oh, cool. But when I got home that night, I watched the video that Tom Daley did, and it sort of changed my life. That's a bit cheesy. It saved my sanity, I think is a better term, because the first thing I noticed, very much so, was that he didn't say, oh, I'm gay. He didn't say I'm bisexual. He didn't use a label at all, and that was fine, and that didn't matter. And the media kind of jumped on it, and it was almost funny watching them flounder around going, he's gay, or he's bisexual, right, I think. And it was funny watching so many people flounder trying to put a label, because they couldn't, because the label was his to choose, and he chose not to use one. And it sort of opened my eyes to the idea that I didn't have to choose a label. I didn't need to find a way. So throughout the week I've let that sort of muddle in my head, and I thought I need to tell people this, and actually really let that get to me, on top of a lot of other stress and the fact that I've been really ill all week. Like, I'm off school today because I've been so ill, but I let that build up, and last night I spoke quite candidly with my mum, and I knew she'd be fine, and she was. And that just sort of solidified my feelings that I didn't need a big fat banner over my head. This is what I am. I was just me. And that's fine. And I realised that some people won't like that, or find it normal, or would hate me for the feelings that I have towards girls, as well as boys. Some people will say, well, you need to choose a label. Some people might say, you're wrong for feeling those things. Some people might say, well, you're just, bisexuals are just greedy. You're just saying, oh, I'll take anyone, or it makes me, even like that it would make me a slut. But, that's your opinion. I can't change that. That's up to you. And I understand that some people like having those labels, and I'm not saying that no one should have them. I'm just saying that they don't fit me. So this is me telling you that I just get crushes on people. Their gender has never been a factor in that. And yeah, if you need to put a label on me, you know, bisexual is probably the closest, but I would need you to be aware that that's not the label I'm choosing. That's your label you're putting on me. And if you were to talk to other people about it, I would like you to be aware that that's your label and not mine. But if you need that label to maybe comprehend it a bit better, then, you know, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you labelling me. I just need you to know that I'm not labelling myself. So yeah, if you're not really understanding what I'm trying to say and you have questions, then please, you know, don't ask. I'd like for everyone to be mature about this. I'm also aware that now this is going online, this is fairly open to everyone to discuss, and that a lot of people from my school will see this, and that's fine. I'm now generally just going to go about well, I'm not going to broadcast it to everyone. I'm not trying to, like, make everyone know or get attention for it or something. I'm just saying now, because a lot of you watching are my friends, and it's important I told you. And I found it so hard trying to tell people to their face, and it's just easier this way. So yeah, finally, thank you to Tom Daley, because not only have you given me the courage to be more open about this, but you gave me the courage to not need to define myself. And also, I like you anyway. I liked you before you did the video. You've always been quite an idol to me. Hypothetical Tom Daley that's not watching this. I've always admired your perseverance in sport and your ability to juggle so many things, and I'm so proud of you for your video. And most of all, thank you for giving me the courage to do mine. I said I wouldn't tear up, so don't you dare cry. Thank you. Tom, thank you for watching. Not Tom, who's watching. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully something a little less serious. Thank you.